Welcome, yogis, to this 30 minutes of Yin Yoga. And today I have prepared a class to take care of your full body into full relaxation with some health affirmation. So if you're feeling a little bit off, this is a good way to reconnect to the body. If you're feeling that you want to just pamper yourself, this is a great practice. Not only we're going to be pretty much working the whole body from head to toe, we're going to also focus on health affirmation. So I'm going to guide you through how to get into the pose. Remember, there is not alignment. Remember that the efforts are minimum. We are just looking for sensation, just that cue of the muscles, just enough to hold the pose for the cue of the relaxation, getting in the poses so the body relaxes and we can just tap into that production of collagen, which is ideal for maintaining healthy joints and tendons and range of motions. For this practice, you might or might not want to use a blanket or a towel or something that mimics this. It's nice to have this, especially since we're going to be working the whole body. Some of the joints might feel sensitive, so it will be nice to have that extra padding. So we're going to start with a butterfly with toes in zipper. Zipper. So if you want to sit a little taller in your butterfly, just grab your blanket or place the blanket ahead of you. I'm going to face this way. So you can place the blanket ahead of you and maybe place the outside of your ankle joints, which tends to be sensitive, on top of the blanket. So I'm going to go for that option because my bone structures are very bony. So what it means, the butterfly in a zipper, is that from here, we're going to try to interlace our fingers of our hands with the toes. So you got to try to get in there. And it doesn't matter if it is just the tip of your fingers. It's just something very subtle. And you're going to do that on both sides. Remember to kind of find that stability on your seat bones, and then you're going to slowly forward fold here. And many variations, of course. So keep your heels touch and play with keeping the heels away from the growing area so you can have a little bit more of softening around the hip area. And you can rest the elbows on your shin bones. You can maybe even place a bolster right here so you can rest the chest. Whatever works for you, or you can stay simply high on your butterfly, as high as it feels right for the spine. And close your eyes. I'm just trying to maximize our 30 minutes together. Sometimes it flies in this practice, so I want to maximize your time. Close your eyes and just arrive to your breath. And as you arrive to the breath with every exhale, see if you can let go of any worries of the day, letting go of any experience of the day that might feel heavy on your heart. And what's important is that you're here right now, creating space for a little bit of silence and introspection, to observe with kindness and compassion. What does it feel to be in your body? So stay with the breath, a gentle flow, every inhale and exhale. Just follow and witness the rhythm of the breath. Using that breath to help you anchor your attention to arrive and melt away the day. Notice how your rib cage, the breath might feel on the middle back or the front of your ribs. Just notice how the belly perhaps expands and contracts with the breath. Continue settling your attention, slowing down the mind. And as you settle here, you can repeat silently. The first affirmation for health is, I am thankful for my life and all that I have. And just say so very slowly, listening the words and how they vibrate and the meaning behind. And just embrace that as the truth. I am thankful for my life and all that I have. Just 2 more breaths here. And then from here, very slowly, release the hands. Keep your feet as they are. And reach the elbows above the head, grabbing opposite elbows. So we're gonna just try to press the crown of the head towards the forearms. Try to slowly lift the crown of the head higher and draw the lower belly slightly in. Give yourself a couple breaths here. Another affirmation that works in this part of the practice is, I am grateful for my body and my health. And then release, hands out to the side. And then from here, we're gonna shift ourselves, so close your knees slightly, and we're gonna come into toe squat. So we're gonna come into that hands and knees, and you're gonna tuck your toes under. You can keep the feet together, knees together if that's one option, and you're gonna gently seat back into the heels. You can rest the hands in front of you to minimize any strong sensation around the toes. And maybe you can just rock the hands back into the thighs, bringing the shoulders. That's going to intensify the position of the toes. So let's just give the moment here for the body to slowly assimilate as you silently repeat the affirmation, and I'm thankful for my body and my health. And I know this is one of the poses that can be very, very uncomfortable around the toes, but that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to move the connective tissue, the fascia, the plantar fascia that is so important for the health of other joints in the body. It all starts with our feet. One more breath in here. And then slowly walk the hands back to help you lift the hips and untuck the toes. Now you're sitting on top of the heels with the top of the foot completely on the floor. Let's do an eagle arm on the right side. So bring your right arm on top of the left. Close your eyes. And this is a soft, gentle, mellow eagle arms. Just a little stretch of the upper back, relaxing the shoulders. You can even rest your palms into your forehead, maybe even pressing into your third eye, the space in between the eyebrows. Connect to that breath, steady and slowly through the nose. Another beautiful affirmation for health is my body, it's in complete balance. My body is in complete balance. Just a couple more breaths in here, nice and slow through the nose. And just taking this opportunity to let go to anything that you no longer need. Just cleansing. And then slowly release the hands. Hands on the floor, lean forward, tuck the toes under. Second round this time. Maybe feels a little bit more gentle, a little bit more doable. Once again, the more you lean forward, the less intensity on the toes. The more you lean back, the more intensity on the toes. So you choose how intense you want to, but make sure that is what the body needs, okay? It's going back to the affirmation, my body is in complete balance. Just a couple more breaths in here. And then slowly walk the hands back, lift the hips, untuck the toes, and sitting back into the heels again. And here you can place a blanket underneath if that feels too much on the front of the ankles. Let's do an eagle on the other side. So your left arm comes on top, I believe. And just make sure you're doing the opposite side. Close your eyes, rest the palms on the forehead. Let's just let it feel relaxing. Connect to that breath. One of the mantras, or I'm sorry, the affirmations here could be, my mind is at peace. My mind is at peace and relaxed. And just let this affirmation be like a whisper, like you're listening and trying to comprehend without judgment or resistance. My mind is at peace and relaxed. Just a couple more breaths in here, and you're gonna slowly take your time to undo the arms, releasing the hands on the ground, leaning forward. And then we're gonna shift ourselves into a deep squat. So open the feet wide and then lean back as you coming into this deep squat. Once again, you can place a blanket underneath the heels if that's gonna help you support the ankle joints. And just rest your hands in front of you. Let the head drop, let the chest drop, chin to the chest. And one of the health affirmation in here could be, I release all pain from my body. I release all pain from my body, whether it's physical pain, emotional pain. Just release all that. And every time you exhale, the best you can. And just notice where you are trying too hard and see if you can soften that. Just really letting the head feel heavy, the palms relax. Just a couple more breaths in here. And then slowly from here, you're gonna come all the way back into your seated. And this time what I want you to do is we're gonna come into swan, which is also known as pigeon. So you have the option in the seated position to go either on your back, if you prefer to have that supported pigeon, or swan on your back. And it's looking something like this, right? We cross one leg, we lean all the way back. But if you want to go all the way to adding a little bit of the hip weight, grab that blanket and place it on the right side of your mat. And then bring your right hip or your right glute on top of it. And then kick your left leg back. Oops, I fall out of my mat. It happens. And then you're gonna kick that left foot back, and then you can just come into your arms extended like so, or come into your forearms. Just make sure you are going into more of feeling the sensation on the outer hip, but just kind of softening that tendency to go all the way in. And see if you can do maybe 30% effort, which I know can be challenging. You can just drop the chin to the chest, relaxing the back of the neck, relaxing the shoulder. You can even let the shoulders collapse in here and bring the shoulder blades together. It's like you're not resisting, you're not trying to open the chest. Forget about that alignment and just let everything to almost collapse here in a healthy way. Let's go back to those health affirmation from the beginning. The first one that we mentioned in the practice was, I am thankful for my life and all that I have. just notice if you are hyper extending your elbows. Feel free to just kind of be mindful of that. If you need to come into your forearms for a more relaxed upper back, just adjust. And let's just stay here for 2 more rounds of breath. And then gently lift yourself, come all the way into the other side. So take your time. And if you're on your back, release both feet on the ground, shift the knees, and cross the other on top. And if you are going into the hips, move your blanket to the left side of your mat and try not to fall on the other side like I did. Seat your left side of the body and the hips and the glutes, the left side, and then kicking your right leg back. So you have that support, and feel free to bring that heel as much close to the right groin as you like, or as far away as you like. Remember, this is a soft pigeon. It's a feel-good swan. It's a swan with grace. So give yourself a moment to adjust, and we're just gonna drop the head, relax in the shoulders. And if you're doing this on your back, just make sure you're relaxing the neck and the jaw. Try not to grip that leg or that knee so strongly with your fingers and your palms. Just softening. And another affirmation that we are going to review was that my mind is at peace and relaxed. Couple more breath in here. And then gently, wherever you are, just release and come back to that neutrality. And if you're on your back, slowly make your way into your comfortable seated here. We're gonna kick the legs in front of us for a moment. And just kind of point and flex your feet here. Take your time to settle if you're still moving your way into your seated. And just as you move the toes and your ankles, right, you are going to silently repeat, my body is in complete balance. And just 2 more rounds of breath. Good. And then continue bending both knees into the floor, and then make your weight into your back for a moment. So you might have to remove the blanket. You're gonna come into your backs. You're gonna hug both knees to the chest. Give yourself a moment here. Close your eyes, relax the shoulders. My body is in complete balance. My body is free of pain. Now reach the right arm above the head and then the elbow and cross the right forearm on the top of the mat. So it's almost like you are having a 90-degree angle, right? So the right elbow straight to the back, pointing to the back of your mat, and then you're gonna cross that arm so your right arm is pointing your fingers to the left. And then both knees are gonna drop to the left and place your blanket under your left hip so you have that support so it feels a little bit mellow. And then just adjust here as a gentle, mild, supine twist. Bring your gaze to the right. Feel free to close your eyes. Your left hand can rest somewhere on your right leg. And one of the affirmations, again, is just, I am so grateful for the health of my body. Or, I am grateful for my healthy body. And if your eyes are closed, just reconnect to that rhythm of the breath. One more breath. And release that top hand by your side. And if it was getting numb, if it was getting tingly, that's okay. So just feel free to relax. Maybe we're activating circulation or anything like that in there. Bring both knees back to center. Give yourself a moment here. Shift your blanket to the right if you want to have that support on the outer hip. Left arm reaches up, and then you're going to cross the forearms so the left fingertips are pointing to the right. And then both knees are going to come to the chest and down to the right, and then maybe resting the thigh on the blanket. With your right hand, just a little extra hug in there of that left leg. Gaze to the left and just stay here for a moment. Just feeling grateful for your body. Letting go of pain. Whatever kind of discomfort you might feel, see if you can let it go and soften. Just a couple more breaths in here. And again, if that top arm is giving you a little bit of a lot of sensation, you're welcome to release it. One more breath. Then release that top hand, come back to center, and then go into your final relaxation shavasana. So kicking the legs in front of you, let the feet open slightly, let the legs relax, the pelvis relax. Feel free to adjust the upper back, hands by your side, and just give yourself a moment here to relax in your final relaxation shavasana. And I'm going to silently repeat, well, not silently, but you know what I mean. I'm going to repeat so you can silently repeat these affirmations for health. At first, I want you to let go of the breath and really anchor your awareness into feeling and notice the sensations of the practice in your body. First affirmation, I am thankful for my life and all that I have. I am grateful for my body and health. I release all pain from my body. My mind is at peace and relaxed. My body is in complete balance. You're welcome to stay in Shavasana for as long as you like. But if all you have is 30 minutes, slowly come back to your body by moving your fingers and toes. Give yourself a long stretch. Hug the knees to your chest. Roll into your right side. And press and come all the way up. Find your comfortable seated position for a moment here to acknowledge your time, to acknowledge the silence, the introspective practice. Bringing the palms together, rest them on your chest. Take this opportunity to continue to release in anything that doesn't necessarily makes any positive impact or effect in your life. Releasing anything that doesn't longer need to be in your life. Take a deep breath in, feeling gratitude for your health and your body. As you exhale, infinite gratitude for being here. I hope to see you very soon, and I wish you a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you, infinite, for being here.